the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out there. He's asking, can he fight the best? I believe his contract is coming to an end, so hopefully we can come together and I can take him to that next level and give him the fights that he want.
I'm that guy. I don't think that I'm that guy who I've been my whole entire career. Sometimes it just takes a little minute to adjust and adapt, and I'm adjusting and I'm adapting well. So July 12th is...
Floyd Mayweather recently paid a visit to Shakur Stevenson's training camp as Stevenson prepares for his highly anticipated fight against Teofimo Lopez. During his visit, Mayweather openly praised Shakur, calling him the best fighter in his weight class. Floyd expressed deep respect for Stevenson's skill set, discipline, and boxing IQ, and committed to passing on his knowledge and experience. His presence in camp is aimed at helping Shakur fine-tune his craft, sharpen the small details, and continue elevating his career to even greater heights.
The most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevens.
And what is it about him? Because I know he have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. And Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out there. He's asking, can he fight the best? I believe his contract is coming to an end, so hopefully we can come together and I can take him to that next level and give him the fights that he want, and make the fight.
Inside training camp, Shakur Stevenson is fully locked in, leaving nothing to chance ahead of the Teofimo Lopez showdown. He is grinding through intense sessions focused on speed, footwork, defense, and precision. Every drill is designed to sharpen his reflexes, improve his endurance, and perfect his combinations and ring strategy. The atmosphere in camp reflects total discipline and commitment, showing that Stevenson is not just preparing to compete, but preparing to dominate when fight night arrives.
Yeah, on my way. You just sleep yet? And next thing you know, if you wake up, this thing with
Shakur Stevenson remains driven by the desire to prove himself to anyone who still questions his greatness. Despite his undefeated record and championship accomplishments, he feels there are critics who continue to doubt his elite status. Each fight represents another opportunity to silence those doubts, strengthen his reputation, and reaffirm his place among the very best fighters in the sport today.
Honestly, I got a chip on my shoulder though. Like, I got something to prove. I feel like with this fight, a lot of people sleeping on me. A lot of people don't think that I'm that guy. They don't think that I'm that guy who I've been my whole entire career. Sometimes it just takes a little minute to adjust and adapt, and I'm adjusting and I'm adapting well. So July 12th is going to be a statement.
Appearing on the Ariel Helwani show, Shakur Stevenson spoke confidently about his upcoming clash with Teofimo Lopez while directly addressing his critics. Stevenson stated that Lopez has never faced a fighter at his level and believes he will challenge him in ways no previous opponent has. He also commented on how Lopez would fare against elite fighters like Terence Crawford, suggesting Lopez would likely be overwhelmed. While acknowledging Lopez's talent, Stevenson made it clear that he does not view him on Crawford's level. Shakur also discussed the business side of the fight, explaining that although he had considered leaving Matchroom, Eddie Hearn remains involved, ensuring strong promotion and structure for the bout. His comments highlighted both his mental readiness and his attention to the professional side of boxing.
I mean, that's their opinion. Like, they could say that, but I know he never fought nobody on my level. Like, I'm 1,000,000% sure that Teo has never seen nobody as good as me in his life.
He's talking about, like, once he gets through you, then he wants Crawford, names like that. How do you think he would do against someone like Terence at this point?
I think he gets knocked out.
Can't even hang with him.
Yeah, he's too little. Bud is too big for him.
Right. As far as skills, though, do you think he's on par with the likes of Terence?
I'm not gonna say he's on a Terence Crawford level of skills, but he's very skillful. He got a lot of things with him that puts him at a high level.
One thing that was interesting to me was it seemed like you were going to move on from Matchroom, but now Eddie Hearn is involved in this, and this is a Matchroom event. It seems like, I know it's a ring card too, but he's promoting it here in the United States. So what is the state of your relationship with Eddie and Matchroom at this point?
Eddie's my guy. I'm actually not signed to Matchroom, but he's my guy. I'm a big fan of Eddie Hearn, and nothing but respect to him. But I'm glad he's the promoter that's on this card. I'm glad to share the spotlight with his promotional company.
So if he's your guy, how come you're not signed to Matchroom?
I mean, it's just business. If it makes sense, then I will. You know, if it come down to it and that's what makes sense, then we'll do it. But right now, I don't think it makes sense.
Okay, so are you just more of like your own man at this point? Your own entity?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Do you negotiate with the ring people, with Turkey? You just do that yourself?
No, me and my manager.
Analysts studying the matchup have identified both strengths and vulnerabilities on each side, with one key focus being Teofimo Lopez's difficulty against movement. Lopez is explosive, athletic, and dangerous when he can impose his power, but he has historically struggled against opponents who move fluidly and force constant adjustments. This becomes especially important against Stevenson, whose footwork, timing, and patience are designed to disrupt aggressive fighters. Boxing analyst Bruce Carrington has emphasized that Stevenson's ability to control distance, change angles, and force Lopez into uncomfortable positions could neutralize Lopez's offensive bursts and expose openings for clean counters. Lopez performs best when fighting on his terms, but Stevenson's defensive awareness and ability to manage rhythm limit those opportunities. The consensus among analysts is that raw explosiveness alone will not be enough. Lopez must make strategic adjustments, remain patient, and carefully choose his moments. If he fails to do so, Stevenson could dictate the pace and capitalize on mistakes, reinforcing the idea that technical mastery may overcome sheer athleticism in this matchup.
Skill is going to bring the fight. He's very athletic. You know, he has a lot of explosiveness, and but I do feel like when it comes to Shakur, bro, his movement may frustrate him. The only thing that worries me when it comes to Teofimo is his frustration. Like, is he going to be able to work well with a mover? You know, we've seen, difficulties that he had with Sandor Martin. We've seen the difficulties that he had with Jimmy Ortiz, guys that's been moving around and not staying still. Like, if you keep Teo moving around and he can't plant his feet, what can he do? We're going to have to find that out on, January 31st. And I think Shakur, he's probably one of the best guys to, move his feet, be on defense, being hella patient and frustrating a fighter, bro. Like, so, I don't know. We've seen Teo get frustrated to the point where he's asking himself, do I still got it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got to see what his mentality is going to be like come January 31st.
Do you think that his experience on the biggest of stages, his two biggest wins, he was an underdog. And both guys, ironically enough, were southpaws like Shakur. That play any factor to you, man?
Nah, styles is different. The styles are totally different. Lomachenko don't fight like Shakur. Josh Taylor don't fight like Shakur. Like I don't see, just because the southpaw, that same thing will happen. I feel like certain techniques could be used to fight Shakur, yeah. But in terms of like that approach of the fight, nah. Like Shakur fights totally different. You gotta be able to do some out-of-pocket stuff with Shakur. You gotta throw while he's throwing. That's probably some of the only time.
Another viewpoint suggests that Teofimo Lopez tends to rise to the level of elite competition. His performances often improve when he faces top-tier opponents, and this fight demands his highest level. Against Stevenson, Lopez must rely not just on power, but on reflexes, timing, adaptability, and ring intelligence. Analysts stress that this bout is as much a mental battle as a physical one. Lopez has the potential to meet the challenge, but only if he controls his aggression, avoids predictability, and stays disciplined throughout the fight. Meanwhile, Shakur Stevenson's speed remains a critical factor. Observers note that his speed functions as a form of power, with punches arriving faster than opponents can process. Even light shots land cleanly and disrupt timing. Veteran analyst Andis points out that many fighters struggle to anticipate Stevenson's attacks, and this unpredictability could be decisive against Lopez. By combining precision with lightning-fast execution, Stevenson can control exchanges, dictate tempo, and punish mistakes, giving him a significant tactical edge in the fight.